Reconstructing a complex political collapse from 3,000 years ago usually relies on fragile word-of-mouth accounts. Without vast written archives or digital records, ancient civilizations struggled to distinguish objective historical reality from the myths that naturally accumulate over centuries. Valmiki approached this problem not as a creative storyteller, but as a rigorous intellectual. Having received a brief oral summary of the ruler Rama from the sage Narada, he began a quest for the specific details that a high-level overview misses. This short summary left Valmiki dissatisfied. He sought the granular, verified truth of Rama's history, requiring evidence that went far beyond basic highlights or hearsay. Bridging the gap between a spoken outline and a hyper-realistic historical record required a specialized tool. It demanded a disciplined methodology of the human mind, a way to look backward through the timeline with extreme precision. Valmiki pursued a forensic reconstruction of a lost reality. By capturing the exact historical sequence of Rama's life, he aimed to preserve the underlying principles of duty for future generations. Preparation began with the calibration of Valmiki's physical instrument. At the riverbank, he performed achamana, a ritual purification using water to prepare his body and mind for intense concentration. He then established a precise physical orientation, sitting perfectly still with his palms folded and his body facing directly toward the east. To ground this state, he utilized a specific material technology. He seated himself on the sharp ends of Dharma, or kusha grass, creating a stable, earthly matrix for his meditation. In this context, yoga and Dharma function as an active cognitive tool. This power of penance is a disciplined mental search used to navigate the boundaries of time and perception. His mind transitioned from physical stillness into an active probe of the past, piercing the veil of time to follow Rama's history. This specific combination of physical posture, environmental grounding, and mental focus demonstrates that ancient divine inspiration was a deliberate and replicable procedure. The output of this yogic state was hyper-realistic. Valmiki witnessed exact human laughter, overheard whispered conversations, and observed specific physical endeavors exactly as they occurred in real life. The source text uses a specific metaphor for this clarity. Valmiki saw the vast, complex past as clearly as an amalaka fruit, an Indian gooseberry, resting in the palm of his hand. The vision charted a rapid upward trajectory. Rama's early life, his physical prowess, benevolence, and the royal momentum breaking the great bow. This momentum met a sudden fracture. Kaikeyi's plotting sabotaged the coronation, causing Dasaratha's death and the total collapse of the kingdom's internal order. Following this collapse, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana entered the dense Dandakaranya forest, a vast wilderness that served as a total geographic and existential shift from the court at Ayodhya. The vision moved through escalating forest encounters, meetings with various sages, the slaying of the demon Virada, the alliance with the vulture Jayayu, and the appearance of Surpanaka. Through this yogic process, Valmiki compressed decades of geopolitical shifts and personal tragedies into a single, observable dataset. Valmiki emerged from his yogic state with a mind that perfectly held the historical record of the Raghu dynasty. He realized that this specific sequence of events provided a rare synthesis. It blended the pursuit of worldly prosperity and pleasure with a consistent commitment to righteousness. He then began transforming this raw history into a structured composition designed to communicate these events to the world through a captivating narrative. He described the finished Ramayana as an ocean filled with gems, a vast, high-density collection of moral wealth that reached beyond the scope of a standard chronicle. This record has endured for millennia as a case study of truth and duty. It was retrieved through a specific, disciplined methodology to provide a guide for ethical conduct.